Finish half Rice Krispies Square.
Did you ever eat the one for Vegas?
The Rice Krispies Square? I ended up
thing.
binning half it because it went pure stale.
I did that.
Pure sugar coma. But I did eat the majority of it. Kids never got a bit of it at all. Don't touch it. It's mine.
Kids.
You two boys are owed a congratulations for your belts in jiu-jitsu. You became a brown belt, which is long overdue, and you became a purple belt, which is also long overdue. And it's, as I said in the previous episode, it's great to see your journey, like going for you. What age were you? Like 16 when I first started there?
Yeah, 15.
15. Like, now you're driving, your career's obviously bouncing with regards to your fight. Who are you fighting? Where are you off to next? Because you've got a
FCC. I've got a featherweight title fight. It's in Bolton Football Stadium. I think it's like they've got their like this function place, and it's like where they had all the yokai shows and stuff like that. So it's a cool venue, big promotion. I think a lot of the top guys have fought on there. The boy I'm fighting's very good. The last 3 times he's fought for the belt on that show, he's lost twice and he had 1 draw. So I'm excited to fight him. He's fought some of the best.
Is he a bit of a local guy?
Yeah, I think he's from down there.
Going to bring a big crowd with him?
Maybe, hopefully.
Do you like kind of that
adversity?
The bad guy?
Aye, I just like fighting, man. I'm not fussed whether the crowd's with them or with me, because I'm never really thinking about the crowd, to be honest. Like, whenever I've fought, I've never been like, the way I fight's never been influenced by
what's the outside factors.
Yeah, definitely.
I get it.
But if that's there, then that's something I'd like to see anyways, because I'm probably going to need to deal with that down the line anyways. So all this is just experience for when I go pro. But I'm excited to fight this one. Do
you feel pressure having Sean as a brother and coming for higher level, and because you've always been kind of tipped to be the next guy?
Yeah, very good
coming out there.
Nah, man. I don't know why. I've just never really. I think I'm fighting on Cage Warriors, Glasgow. Can't say when, but hopefully with Sean on when he fights for the belt. So I think maybe I'd feel some pressure there, but nah, I don't really put that kind of pressure on myself, and I don't think about it. I think when I train as much as I do, I think if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, then maybe there would be some sort of pressure. But when I'm going in there, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, my diet wasn't right, or oh, I missed days training, or so. Nah, it's how I know what I put into it, and that's how I feel when I'm going in. I feel good.
I see it as well in the gym. I see what amateurs are not training like amateurs nowadays. They're training like professionals. They've got the nutritionists, they've got the conditioning guys, they've got the physiotherapist who's looking after them. These are professionals, and it's how it should be. The guys should be given 100%. If you want to make this as a career, you're getting 100%. So man, it's beautiful to see, and obviously congratulations on the purple.
Thank you.
What about pressure on you, kid? Just as we're on pressure,
no.
It just keeps getting lumped on. Me and Ross talk about it all the time, and you always just seem to be like,
I know. To be honest, I actually felt a little bit of pressure in the last one, but I think it maybe just doesn't affect me the same way it affects other people. I quite like it, and I definitely don't want to seem ungrateful or anything like that at all, because I am immensely grateful. But it's not something, I feel like a lot of the time it just doesn't, like, what's the phrase? It just doesn't stick in my head, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know. I feel like, I remember there was one time I was fighting a guy, it was actually my first fight in Glasgow, and I remember walking out, and then I have these mad weird thoughts sometimes, like when I'm going into a fight, and I remember thinking, I was like, I literally feel like I'm away to go fill my car up at the petrol station. Like, sometimes I feel nervous, sometimes I don't. There's never any like consistency or anything like that with it. So I don't like personally putting any sort of like weight on anything external that doesn't have anything to do with the fight, because I don't think it affects it when I'm in there. I think by the time I get in there, I just don't really feel anything at all. And there's no time to think. There's no ability to think when you're in there. So like, I actually think a lot of people, you'll know what it's like when you're in a fight and then you leave the fight, you almost can't remember what it was like at all. You remember that the decisions you're making and the things that you're doing, like you're not able to actually make decisions, you're just doing. It's just your body going. So I don't think any sort of like weight should be put on anything external. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual fight itself. I think I tend not to worry about it because by the time I get in there, I know that I'm just going to go numb anyway.
You're ready.
Yeah. So it's not something I really think about. It's something I do feel outside of the fight. Like I'll get like a little bit of pressure and stuff like that. I'll get nerves, but it's natural. You're always going to when you're literally about to get locked in a cage with another man in front of your mum and friends and family and thousands of people. It's natural. If you don't, then you're a psychopath.
Yes. You always bring a big crowd with you as well.
Yeah.
And you always show you love, man.
I've got 2 buses going so far. So
have you?
Yeah, so
That's
it's
pretty cool.
I've sold more tickets for this one so far than I have
The
for
previous Glasgow one?
Yeah.
That's wild. Then I guess it's the fact that people want to see you become a world champion.
Yeah, of course. I've got a lot of people going, so get on
Good.
that.
Good. As I said, we'll put the link in the bio.
It'll be good. I think
we'll
I've said before. I think Scotland used to own Newcastle. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Scotland
Part of
used to own
Scotland.
Newcastle, so we're taking it back for the day.
I love it. I'm genuinely excited for this fight. I'm excited to see your the next part of your chapter just open up for this belt.
It'll be good.
You get any new sponsors? Did more people get involved?
Yeah, I've got. I think I've got what. I'll get one new sponsor. Mm-hmm. I can put it all up at the end if that's okay and stuff like that.
Most
Because
certainly.
I'm always para, but like forgetting
somebody. I know that's the last thing. Is there anything changed in your camp for you where you're last in? Like something you're doing differently, or I know you'd said you're focusing a wee bit more on that conditioning element. Is there anything else that's kind of...
So the conditioning element, I'm actually like, I used to just do strength and then my conditioning straight after, whereas I'm actually trying to get a little bit more purchase out of my sessions and stuff like that now, just a little bit more quality. So like before, I used to literally train like 5 hours on the Monday and then saying like the Wednesday or the Tuesday I wouldn't do anything like after the first session, whereas I'm trying to break it up a little bit more. So like I do, and I'm trying to like collect a little bit more hours as the week goes on as well. So rather than just like sometimes me and Stephen will show up early on a Monday or a Tuesday or whatever, like half an hour early, and then we'll hold for each other like 3 5s. That's 15 minutes. If we do that 4 times a week, that's an extra hour a week that we're getting. So I'll do that. We're doing wee bits and bobs of that. So I'll do that, and then say I'll do the morning session that I always do, and then I'll do strength. And then either the next day or later on in that day, rather than doing conditioning straight after the strength, I'll do my conditioning. And I feel like I've noticed I've got a lot more energy for the conditioning. So I'm able to put more into that aspect. So I think I'm getting more out of it.
So the actual ability to adapt is going to be greater,
recovery's better,
rather than just going hell for leather and then being like, I got all these hours in. But
exactly.
Yeah, you did get 3 hours of training in, but only 2 of them were actual worthwhile. Whereas now it's like, no, the hour or the 15 minutes or whatever your session is, it's like all dedicated to the adaptations of being a physical specimen.
I've got a whip band and stuff like that now as well. So that's something I do feel like it's helping because it's keeping me more honest than anything. Like I know what to do. Like I know how to like make sure my sleep and my recovery is all good and stuff like that. But I feel like having something actually like there
to tell you,
to show you, I think that keeps me honest first and foremost, and then second of all, if my HRV, for example, isn't the best, then I'll know to pull it back a little bit.
Taper the session.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, I used to be quite like legalistic about it. Like Tuesday you do this, Wednesday you do that. See if I'm not feeling too good on the Tuesday, I'll take it a little bit easier, and then on the Wednesday when like say I've got a little bit of time free, I just won't have any time free on the Wednesday. Like I'll take the Tuesday night off, let's say for example, and then I'll replace the Tuesday night with the Wednesday night, just instead for the sake of like a better quality session. I'm a little bit more pliable in the way I think about things.
Maturity,
and stuff like that.
that's what that is. Like as I said, I've seen you massively develop, and maturity. This is what it is. You're able to say to your coach, "Listen, I'm not going to do this. I need recovery time." Whereas before you would have done it and put yourself 100%. In a deeper hole.
And he doesn't know either. He doesn't know how I'm feeling. So like that's not on him. That's on me being like insecure. Like it was insecurities. It's like, I don't think I'm doing enough and stuff like that. And I think you do need a lot of that to be a good fighter. You do need a little bit of that insecurity. So it's like to keep yourself honest and like to make sure that you are doing enough. And I think you should run yourself into the ground, especially when you're a young guy, just to know where your limits are. But I've done that, and I shouldn't have to continue to do that when I'm fighting like for
When
belts.
you
and
think about when I was coming to the end of my career, like how many sessions was I doing? I became much more aware of, right, I know I'm not going to come in and do 2 hours during the day. Something's going to suffer.
100%.
And it might result in me getting an injury. So you have to pull back and push when it's hard. So you're doing things absolutely spot on the money. Non-MMA news, Craig. Like, give me it.
Well, what have you been up to?
I can see that. Well, do you know what I've been up to? Because you're going to clip this. I know you're going to tag it with last week's clip of me being a prick to you. Do you remember what I said to you about being a man?
No.
Taking off a radiator?
Yep.
So I've been decorating my house last week and I took the radiator off. And I remember Danny was like, "You took the radiator off?" And I was like, "Aye." And he was like, "And I plastered my walls." Yep. Done all that. My brother had to come up that night after the podcast because I'd flooded my house. I hadn't capped the radiator proper. It was just drip, 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 drip. Had no idea. Went to my bed, stepped on the carpet, and it was fucking soaking. Plumbing is not something I can do. The plastering worked out pretty fine. Put all the plaster on, sanded the wall. That was fine. But I messed up massively. And you know what the worst thing was? Because I remember sitting here last week and was like, "You'll feel like a man when you take a radiator off." I remember, if you can go back and catch one of the clips of me saying, and I thought about it, and I was like, you cocksucker. So I've been doing nothing but dealing with my house, which I basically trashed. So this started off as me taking paper off a wall because we were going to paint it and give the room a fresh coat. This has now resulted in me needing a new radiator, needing a new carpet, basically having to strip everything all the way back. I absolutely fucked up. So if you're thinking about doing some DIY yourself, don't do it. Because your brother's going to have to come up and save the day. And he's made it look so effortless. Yeah. He come up, sorted it in 2 minutes.
Is that what he does for a job?
He's just a handy guy. I'm just a nightmare at doing any sort of. I've got 2 right hands, man. The 2 of them are like trying to do different things. And then I went out on Saturday night to Ziggy Albert's, went to see a band in Edinburgh, or a singer-songwriter. And I've said this to you before, I don't like meeting guys who I look up to. For instance, like meeting the guys who 𝗣𝗢𝗗𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 or meeting musicians, because I hold music very highly. I don't like doing it. But this guy's manager came out and got us. He was lovely, by the way. But I was not. I was like, this guy must think I'm a fucking nutcase. 1, he couldn't understand me because I'm obviously Scottish. But 2, I was fucked up with a couple of beers. I can't remember getting from the venue to the hotel I stayed in.
Where was it you were?
Edinburgh. It was in a hall called the Queen's Hall. It's quite a small venue, but it was the concert was brilliant. Had a great time there. I also ended up in this tour bus. Never been in a tour bus before myself in my life. Tour buses are pretty cool. Like 2 different floors, he had a proper bed. How did you end up in this tour bus, Paul? I have no fucking idea. I did wake up with a sore ass. I didn't. But I like, my Saturday night was weird. It was weird.
Have you took shrooms yet?
No, but I was speaking to a guy and he said taking shrooms while going out running is the way forward.
Really? Fair enough. I think the first time I done it, I was in the house.
Mushrooms?
Aye. I was in the house and I was just chilling. I turned everything off, closed the blinds, turned my phone off, and then just sat. And can't even remember what it was that I watched. Something stupid anyway. I think it was the Big Les show. Aye. Big Les show it would have been. I think that was probably what I watched. It was some form of cartoon anyway. I remember I watched White Chicks on mushrooms once and it just completely ruined it. I was like, it was like the worst budget I've ever hit in my life. Just because I can't even remember what I was thinking, but I ended up going through this mad loop and I know it was because of White Chicks. White Chicks done it.
So White Chicks fucked you over. So
don't watch White Chicks on mushrooms.
So what were you saying about when you shut everything down and you just chilling in your room? I just chill
out. I just
sort of go into like a meditated state.
Yeah, I like doing it with my partner and stuff like that. That's probably where
you feel you get closer with them?
I get really close with it. Some of my best experiences have been doing that with my partner in life. But nah, I like doing that because mushrooms, especially when you have like high doses, it can be so inconsistent and stuff like that, and they're so based on like how you're feeling at that very moment in time as well. So it depends on the person, but me personally, can be quite fragile on them. So I like to make sure everything's all right.
Everything's set up for
I like to
if shit
control
goes
everything.
sideways, it's not going to be that bad.
I'm a bit of a control freak, so I like to be able to control everything and make sure that, like, see if my phone goes off and stuff like that, or somebody chaps the door, night round.
Game over.
Yeah.
Have you taken them in public?
I have before, but not big doses or anything like that. I took them in public once.
Do you take them at a party?
Yeah, no, I took them at I basically took them at this sports bar at a place called 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗥'𝗗 in Barrhead. They actually sponsored me as well, but I took them there once after my first main event in Glasgow, and straight after it, me and my friends had went outside. I hadn't done much or anything like that, but I could feel it, and I was feeling some like sort of way. I was wavy, and I'd went to Domino's. I'd got a pizza and stuff like that, and we just sat at the main street, just chilling in the main street for like, it was actually ages, but it was just nice. Do you know what I mean? It was just heavy nice, and it was also like leavers for the school kids and stuff like that. So there were hundreds of kids like just like below your year and stuff like that, which is like the demographic for people that know who I am in the area. And there was a bunch of kids like roughly around about your age had walked by and stuff like that.
Oh my God, that's Sean Clancy.
I could see them lock eyes with me, and then I was like, they're going to know who I am. They're going to know who I am. And then they walked by, and I was like, felt like I appeared daft. They've done like a U-turn and came back. You're Sean Clancy, aren't you? And I was like, aye. And there was this mad goblin of a boy, like an absolute cretinous creature of a man, and he's came up and he's just been like, pizza.
Was he real?
Do you know what? After it, I remember thinking, I don't think this was he real? And then I've texted my mate and he's confirmed that he was real. But I remember thinking after it, I was like, that didn't he look right? Like, he looked like a freak. And he was topless and stuff like that. It's freezing cold, topless, and just slavering all down himself and stuff like that. Just came over and then just can't even remember some pizza. I was like, mate, just take it. And he was like, thank you very much. Just stole the pizza right off me. And I was like, I actually remember being like, I was like, I can't tell what I should do here. And one of his mates was like, don't worry about him, he's just a mad spastic. I remember just bursting out laughing though. And they were trying to have like a pure heart to heart with me. And
I'm assuming these guys were pissed.
They were steaming, absolutely steaming. But
that's normal. What happens when guys are out, they want to.
My mates were finding it hilarious. My mates were finding it hilarious because they were sat trying to talk to me about fighting and stuff like that. They were like, oh, see, when I go out and stuff like that, I just batter folk and stuff, just hitting it with absolute nonsense. And then I don't know, all of a sudden at the corner of my eye, one of them's just got up and started pure shadow boxing in the middle of the road, and he's been pure hitting a lamppost with roundhouse kicks and all that, and I've just been like, I cannot believe what's happening right now. My brain's been absolutely out of it, and it's made it like the fact that I've been on mushrooms and stuff like that. They've not known that I was on mushrooms. They must be thinking that, like, I don't know what they think of me and stuff, but they must be thinking like the last thing they're going to think is that I'm on mushrooms right now. And this wee guy, it's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. This guy just jumped up and they just started shadowboxing with a lamppost. And you can pure tell he's like trying to show off and stuff like that as well. It was just hilarious. It was a brilliant night, but nah.
Have you noticed you've been getting more people recognising you?
Yeah,
that's quite cool.
It's cool. Actually, they like it. See, I was doing commentating at the *𝗣𝗢𝗗𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 promotions and stuff like that. And
people want a picture with you.
Yeah, lots of people want pictures.
People remember that. They'll be like, I remember getting a picture with Sean before he won the
I love
before
it.
He was a UFC.
I think it's really nice. It can obviously get a wee bit overwhelming, like at times when there's like lots of people and you're at fight shows and stuff like that, and it's like you're trying to go to the toilet and then there's like 5 people. But like I remember at the *𝗣𝗢𝗗𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 promotions, there was a guy who was like, oh, can we get a photo and stuff like that? And he was with his daughter. I think his daughter was about my age or something like that. And he was like, oh, she wants a photo. And she's get purely embarrassed. And he was talking away and stuff like that. He was like, do you know BMF? And I was like, yeah. My wee brother fought on that a few times. You've got the belt on that, don't you? And she was like, oh yeah, she opened it and stuff like that. But she like would watch you fight, we're big fans and stuff like that. And she'd use your entrance tune for it. And I was like, oh, that's sick.
That's pretty cool.
I absolutely love that. See, I love hearing things like that. It's really nice when people come up and stuff like that.
Your entrance music in Glasgow was tremendous.
Unreal.
Yeah,
it was so fucking good, man.
Aye, it's just
because at that point I was fighting and I was going to change my song to Walk Out to X. I was like, that song's an absolute beauty.
I know, I remember you saying that.
But good choice. Just as you were on that about people shadowboxing. So on Saturday night, I was in this pub. I think it was called like Boston Bar. Nice, very nice place. Nice like pub grub food. You know, like fried burgers, all that kind of nonsense. Guy comes up. He's like, "Can you do us a favour? We run this like sort of betting site, and the loser's get a forfeit." So I was like, "Listen, the loser has to take a classic leg kick for me." So I do the chat like, "Listen, if you forfeit this, I'm going to get a leg kick." So one of my mates goes, "Are you getting out leg kicks?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "Can you leg kick me?" And I says, "No." And he said, No, it's fine, go for it. And I said, "Right, I'll give you 50%. Boom! Sunk. You know that way when the muscle, when that way when you catch the muscle beautifully, the shin just connected. There was no power in it, just chopped right down onto it, man. And see, because he almost presented all the muscle to me, like, "Please take this." And I chopped the deep into this. It's the best leg kick I've gave somebody at 50%. The guy couldn't walk. The guy was limping all night, and I seen him at the end of it, and I felt terrible, but he messaged me the next day saying, "I can't walk." So if you're clipping this up, if that guy can get in touch, man, absolutely hilarious. But you're going to get that as well.
I want to start
Can you choke me out? I ended up choking somebody as well.
I think it's mental that people want this. Like people going up to 𝗣𝗢𝗗𝗖𝗔𝗦𝗧 and being like, "Can you hit me with a body shot?" Because he fucking lays it in as well.
Stopping people for just like
Suing you? Guess what?
I was thinking that was stopping people for just suing.
I'd be like, "I never asked for that."
I choked out 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗔𝗦𝗧. Just got a flashback. I choked out the guy I went and seen on Saturday.
You choked him out.
I'm a fucking a-hole. What up to?
Choked out Charlie Mulgrew as
Did they
well.
ask you? Can't remember.
I hope so. I hope I wasn't just fucking in my own world.
Fuck's sake.
So you've choked him out, stashed him somewhere and stole his tour bus?
That was a... I just got a realisation there. Like, see when you were saying that about choking, I was like, I choked a guy out listening. Oh, I did. And I do that class thing when I'm like, when you tap, I'll count to 3.
Yeah.
1, because I want you to feel what it feels like to pass out. And that's what I did to him.
Fuck.
That's, they fuck him up to
He
man.
looks like a pure civilian man as well.
He was a civilian, really nice guy, very talented. His guitar playing ability is through the roof.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But nobody knows who he is. Or in normal circles don't know who he is. But he's
Australian. Looks Australian.
Aye. Surfer, played the whole show on his bare feet, which I thought was cool.
I think that's sick.
So it's just him and a guitar, that's all he plays with. I kind of respect that.
That's heavy.
With a guy, so that was my Saturday night.
Have you been up to anything else?
I don't think I have. Have I?
I don't know.
I've been doing this shitey running. It's just
Why are
sore.
you still running?
I don't know why you get into that. That's the
It's
worst
so-
one to pick, man.
I went and done 14k on Monday, and then we had the grading Monday night. My hamstrings and my calves and everything were shredded.
You were saying they were so.
And like, I couldn't actually, like, I had a guy in tapping and I was trying to like bridge him. I was like, oh, I'm not even going to bridge, fuck this. I'll just try and use my arms to manipulate him, but it was stupid. There was no reason for me to run 14.
I've never ran a 4th. Even in remote, the most I've ever ran is a 5k. And I hated it.
Aye.
It was awful.
What number do you hate the most? When you hit a certain K, you're like, fuck.
When you hit 10 and you know you've got more to go. Like when we done 16 the other week, that was...
Aye. I always run away from my house so I can't come back. So I can't go, that's 5, I'll just get him.
Aye.
I always run away from my house and I run towards a train station and that's the only way I can get home. But it's shit.
We've got
Awful.
18 this weekend.
18.
What for?
We are running a half marathon for November.
Oh, I see.
And I always basically bring up Craig's growing a moustache. Craig's growing a moustache. I'm going to shave a handlebar into mine. And the MD message about me shaving it?
No.
No? People don't care. Shave it, Paul.
I had to shave my face today because I looked like a hobo. But I didn't have like an actual razor or like a shaver or anything like that. So I've had to shave like an actual beard just with like a razor. And it took me 45 minutes.
Just getting clogged up there.
Literally kept getting clogged. Every time I went like that, it would just get clogged and I'd have to rinse it out.
Tell the guys about your hair, Sean. The Kieran Reid. He did you dirty there.
I know. See, the thing is, see if he'd meant it, it would have been funny and I wouldn't have been raging. But he didn't mean it. So it actually did annoy me. So I was sparring and I was actually growing my hair out.
It was a fair length.
It was a fair length. It was getting long.
It was like combing it back, and it looked like
class.
It was.
I was sparring, and it kept getting in my eyes over and over and over again, like this, like weeks in advance and stuff like that. And eventually, I was just, I've had enough of it. Just cut it here, so it's out my face, because it wouldn't look that bad. See, if it was all long, and then I just had a wee fringe or something like that, I'd have been fine. It was like, right, sound. And then just like cut it right all the way up here, but it was like to the scalp. So I've had to literally shave all my head. So that's why I look like a living.
So I had came back and I said, what the fuck up for here? Because you hadn't shaved at that point. Aye. So it was like just this tuft of hair at the front. it was like cut proper short.
And like a negative fringe. So I had all this hair out here and just nothing there. It just looked pure daft.
It looked almost like it was cut so short that it was just sticking out.
Yeah. My hairline's a bit funky as well. So like, it looked so much worse. See, just because my barber had to like shave the whole thing off. It was sad to see it go, because it looked.
Aye, it was getting marvellous.
Yeah. Do you ever cut your hair, Stephen? Or are you committed to the mullet?
I don't know. I'm hot and cold with it all the time.
No, don't do it.
I think I would keep it.
Nah, don't.
You need to know. You can't like go.
I'm literally known as the kid with a mullet.
I can't like. I can't have another entrance tune now. You cannot have another hairstyle.
It's made up.
That's it. I've seen this, what's been going on in old non-MMA news. Have you seen this, guys?
Oh.
Have you seen this?
My girlfriend showed me this, and it is hilarious.
You seen it, Sean?
No.
So there's a girl from 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗏 who had convinced people she was pregnant. She was wearing a fake bump, as Craig said, for months. She had convinced her partner and everything. The guy she had the baby with, that they were pregnant. She actually pretended to give birth.
So
he wasn't allowed to be there.
So she'd went to scans. She held like a baby shower. Got loads of gifts.
Reveals and all that.
Gender reveals, like the scans and everything. She went to herself. Nobody was allowed to come with her. She gave birth by herself, and the baby was a doll. She was faking it full time.
Was she not doing?
She was taking photos of the doll and all that one.
Aye, so you can see here, Miss Bonnie Lee, and she's posting like cunts were buying her like £1,000 prams and shit like that. And then when the dad, or the supposed dad, like held the baby, it was like, this feels really cold. And apparently like she snatched it off him and like went away with it. She was taking it into her work, like all bundled up and stuff like that to show people, and it was a doll full time. Because she's fucking insane.
Mental health issues.
Does she have reasoning?
Nah, she's insane. She's also
a doll for it, I know.
She's also previously like pretended she had cancer.
Oh,
so she's obviously just into.
She's basically
that shit.
Aye, she's a crackpot.
That's crazy, man.
But I don't know, like
that line at the last one there when she texts the dad saying the baby had died. Oh, this guy's been through the ringer. This guy's think he's a Wayne.
So she texted him. She said, "I've got something to tell you about Bonnie Lee," and he's like, "What is it?" And she was just like, "That she died." And he was like, "What are you actually fucking talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, he's dead." He was like, "Right, I'm coming up to the house right now," because I don't think they get on, and I don't think they were together when she was doing all this shit. And then when she was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant," like they got back. So I don't know if she's done this to try and get him back, and it's like she's been in too deep.
Yeah. She has to go full fucking birth with it.
But like,
did them girls know? Parents of that know?
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Surely you would know, man.
Mum and all that said they didn't know.
Wow. So this girl was the same age as you, aye?
She's 22.
22 is she?
Same age as Sean.
Same age as you guys? Do you know her?
Nah.
Did Chloe know?
Nah, don't think so.
Wow.
That's all I did in pro life in the gym where I was doing my strength conditioning. He was talking to his mate. I just overheard him. I was putting my weights away and he was saying that his missus was at the gender reveal and got a photo with her. Like with that girl. She's had like a prosthetic like belly on, a dress over the top and all that.
She's like,
it's crazy.
Like, is that just one of those things where?
Is that her there?
Aye, that's her.
She looks so normal.
I know.
Do you think this is genius?
Is this the one going on the one where she's got the bump go down one? Aye, there.
I'm sure that's at the.
She looks like one of the aliens from Men in Black. That's what I'm talking about.
The scary ones. Hey, Jay.
But like, there's a point there where
you could easily.
No, you do just need to commit.
No, but you could easily have had like some sort of like, I know wrong, but an abortion or like a
miscarriage or something.
A miscarriage.
Right. Well, this is the full thing. So see, when she first told the guy, he was like that. Like, listen, like, I'm not ready for this. Can you please?
Fall down the stairs.
Get rid of this, like, because I can't. I'm not equipped to deal with this. And she's like, nah, I'm keeping it. Oh, so she hid it out, and she's no took it, and then she's just like, right, I need to fucking double down here.
Wow.
Surely it's pure normal. It's so fried.
Yep, there you go. That's what
Shows
happens.
you.
Women are fucking
Aye,
normal.
there she is at the baby shower or the gender reveal.
Listen, the Wayne doesn't really need Wayne things. I want like a pair of Gucci sliders. Can you get me them? And I'm looking for
That's a good point.
I like really needs a new zipper, a new regatta jacket. I don't know.
£500 will do.
What do you think she does with everything now?
Just sell it, obviously.
On eBay, aye.
Aye.
Right onto the
Well, if
fucking.
you're getting £1,000 pram, you're obviously going to free money.
That's so
Or just keep it for the real thing?
The real thing, aye.
But
Just-
surely nobody's going to want to fucking have a baby with her now.
Aye, you'll be tarnished.
no, but guys are ruthless. Guys will shag a fucking. Guys are weird. They'll date anything for their whole. They really will. They'll put up with the biggest load of shit ever.
Nah.
Even my poor dad. My dad puts up with my mom just to stick his dick in her.
Fucking
Like, mate, he's a piece of shit in my eyes. Guys are ruthless. Guys don't care. Don't tell my sister I said that.
No, I'm going to clip it. I'll clip it and send it to her.
Guys are ruthless, man. Somebody will beef her.
I don't know. I think that's too far gone. It doesn't even look real. Look at it.
She spent a lot of money on prosthetics. That's weird.
Aye, that's
Good to see what her internet search would look like.
fake bump.
Aye, fake bump, fake baby, and then all the stuff she would have been asking it. See, just her internet search would have been brilliant. Can we just
All
see
the
her-
parcels coming through the door are mosquitoing there.
Aye, this one feels a look away. tell me you've got some good news. Tell me something nice.
I've not got anything nice.
Is it all just mental shit? Is it all
Aye.
just mental cases?
Have you seen the Louvre get robbed?
Oh,
I did see this.
aye,
It's
this
so
is brilliant.
cool. It's
I've
like,
not seen that.
I'll get it because I've had
I've
the.
not seen any of
It was
this.
like a 12-second job, mate. Robbed hunters.
So this is like the BBC's timeline of it.
12 seconds.
So
Chainsaws.
they'd pulled up a truck with like a ladder, climbed up to this window. I don't think the window was like reinforced or anything. So they cut through. They get into the gallery in the morning. So it's actually like it's open. Like there's people in. They've busted into display cabinets. There was unarmed guards. The masked intruders stormed towards them with power tools. So everyone just fucked off and left them to do it. Cracked into the cabinets. Got into. And this was all they took. So they grabbed all this and then they dropped this crown as they were escaping, and it's like smashed it and like destroyed that crown.
Oh,
Oh, I don't care about that. I'm more upset the fact that they've missed out on all that dough.
Well, they've still got all this.
That's a lot
I
of
know,
money,
but
that.
like the crown's like that's what you're wanting, isn't it?
not caught.
Nah.
Not yet, no.
I think
Everywhere's
they just
everywhere's camera. They're going to catch them.
they
I don't
just
think
had
so.
high vises on. They just jumped up the ladders, went like that, chainsaws right through the windows and just
Brilliant.
went in, right in.
But I don't mean in the Louvre. I mean outside it. Once
Still
you
not
come
been
out,
caught yet.
but they'll just track you. They'll just follow certain cameras. Oh, we've seen them at this point. We've seen them at this point, and they'll just find them where they went to eventually.
Well, look, for now, where they fled to remains a mystery.
I'm telling
So
you,
I don't
catch them.
think they will.
Oh,
I don't think they will. I can't believe we've got away with that. That's amazing.
I'm
Yeah.
buzzing about that.
That's good news.
That is good.
That's
news,
good.
isn't it?
That was good.
Nice.
I'm happy with that.
Men
That's a lot for
have-
people.
Aye.
How do you sell that though?
Black market.
You
You'd
probably
melt
find that
it.
somebody's actually
Probably
they've
already
got
bought it.
they've got somebody in mind.
Aye.
The people that buy it will just like melt
have
it
like
down
some
and
mad-
reshape it.
Doing
all,
your
won't
local fucking bars.
No, they'll no reshape.
I don't
that.
think-
That'll
no,
be
I don't think you'd
no,
melt it.
That's
No,
like,
you
all of
wouldn't.
the stones and stuff in it.
no,
Somebody's
that'll be
wanted
worth
that.
more because of that. Because it's that thing.
Aye, it's like
It's feel like the Napoleon era. I'm sure it said.
It's things that
this
like,
is a Louvre, isn't it?
yeah.
Aye.
They'll have some mad
That
building
crown
there
was
that's
like
wanting
the last queen of France or something, wasn't it?
The Eugenie crown. So I don't know what that is.
That's pretty cool. Got to like sometimes you just got your balls and just go in and do stuff.
Respect. Man.
Aye.
Attempted to set fire to the mechanical ladders they'd used to gain access before mounting Yamaha scooters capable of reaching over 100 miles an hour and escaping through the narrow streets. So this is like a proper
that people
Ocean's
say
11
something
heist.
like
This is going to be a movie.
I was going to say that. That'll be amazing.
It's going to be a movie, and let's put fucking Mark Wahlberg in it.
Uh-huh.
He seems like he's just does movies.
Just
That's
any movie.
is that called the Italian Job in it?
Aye, but that's a remake.
This is going to be real, but so this is going to be based upon true events.
But aye, that's all the news that I've got this week.
Good. Any sort of questions coming in? For
We've got a few questions, if you want to get into them.
Aye.
So Craig G asks, Sean and Stephen, since you both started training at a young age, are there any stories of wee guys at school trying to pick a fight and regretting it?
Nah, I just get bullied. You go.
You're quite a a loner, but a loner.
Yeah, I didn't have many pals. I was quite tame and quiet, and I've had a thing that every time I ended up fighting with somebody or day in any sort of argument, I was always the one that ended up like getting into trouble. So I ended up just turning into a wee shell. So I just stopped fighting back.
Was high school good? Did you enjoy it? Nah,
I didn't really have any friends in high school.
No.
I actually started to get I started to get more pally and stuff like that with people later on. In about late 5th year, early 6th year and stuff like that's probably when it started.
See, I think that's a good time to get pals because all the mental cases have kind of left.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But now I don't know, it was just just felt pretty alone and stuff like that at school for whatever reason. Don't know why. I was very different. What
was your favourite subject?
PE. PE was my favourite subject, yeah, because it was always, it depended. I preferred PE when I was younger and stuff like that because it was a lot different stuff to do, whereas as you got older it was kind of a lot of written stuff. But I liked PE and I liked biology. Those were my 2 favourite subjects. Quite good at maths as well, but anything other than those 3 I was pretty poor at.
Didn't you care about it?
You have Hannah's
You've definitely banjoed folk in school.
Well, I struggled to like bullying and stuff.
Actually, they have one.
When I went to like for like P5 to P6 and then S1 or P7 and then S1, but then lockdown hit. So after lockdown, I came back and then I ended up making hundreds of pals when I went to high school. But I was actually quite mental in school, so it was more about like just getting in trouble with like teachers and stuff like that, and just getting up to some mad things. But there was a few times like boys for other schools and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember there was a boy because I have like Snapchat and stuff like that, and I mean there was a time where there was someone I didn't like and his name was like Max, and I messaged this guy and we were like arguing back and forth, but it turned out that I'd messaged the wrong person, like the wrong Max, basically giving him abuse, and he's messaged me back like saying something, and I was like, oh, I've just realised you're not the right person. And he's like, say sorry. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying sorry. And then he messaged me again saying, say sorry or I'll stab you. And I was like, so I showed my dad. I was like, Dad, he's saying, listen, I think he was like, say sorry or I'll stab you. So I was like, no chance. I showed my dad, and my dad was like, we're going to get him. So we end up messaging back and forth, and I'm like, so normally like what I would do is whenever I got in a fight with someone, I'd just be like, where are you? Like, I'm not arguing with you, like, where are you right now? Just come and meet you and we'll sort it. And I was like, where are you? And he was like, he just wasn't telling me where he was. So I was like, where are you right now? And he sent me this address. So we went to the address. It was like some random, it wasn't the right address. He sent me 3 different addresses, right? And then he was like, just meet me at these shops. So I've been sitting at the shops. And then anyways, he's ended up showing up and being there. But I've looked and he's genuinely been about 6'2". 6'2", massive, absolutely massive. So I'm sitting in the car with my dad, and I look back, and he's like, I'm standing outside the shop, and I look at my phone, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's
Wait, did you do this? 16?
I'm probably like 12, man.
12?
I remember Dad telling me about this boy. He was like, nah, boy was easy, about 14 stone. Biggest 12-year-old boy. Biggest 12-year-old boy I've seen in my life. There's no way he was 12.
Like 12 or 13 or something. So I've just seen him, and I was like, right, you know what, fuck it. Jumped out of the motor, right, slammed the door, and I've ran out. I was like, you Max? He's like, yeah. He's like, are you Stephen? I was like, aye. Both just cracked him. He's ended up. So this was in Newton Merge, right? So this was a dead posh area that we've ended up fighting. And he's grabbed me. I had a jumper. He's grabbed me by the hood, and he's just like been dead long. And I've been trying to hit him, and he's just started swinging me about. But he's ended up ragdolling me a bit. I've ended up getting my feet under me, and I've just ran him to a shop window, and I've like collar tied him and just started absolutely battering him against. And some old guys like came out of the shop, and he's like so posh. He's like, boys, stop this, boys. And my dad's like, no, mate. Let it go. I've just been absolutely leathering this kid. And then me and my dad just jumped to the motor, and that was that.
Fucking love me some fucking senior man.
Dad ended up telling me about this. He says as soon as he seen the boy, he was like, that's not him, is it? It was like, yeah. That's fucking and then Stevens just went and cracked. And he was like, oh, that's shit. He's like, oh. And what was it? Stevens, like, what was it? Dad was saying the boy was pure ragging you about at one point in time because you've ended up underneath him, and he was like, right, is that it? Is that it? And then Stephen was like, aye, that's it. And he's let it go, and he's just went, oh,
I was terrible, man.
Panel the boy. What were you going to say? You remembered something?
And actually was one, there was Logan had ended up getting into trouble with this.
Logan's the other guy.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
Is this one at the jam you went after?
Yeah, this was a
this is a good one.
This was so like I was basically, it started off, Logan had ended up talking to this guy's girlfriend, and the guy, I don't even know the full story. I didn't know anything about it. Logan had done something, pissed some guy off. Logan tried to fight the guy, and the guy wasn't wanting anything to do with it, but he'd threatened to stab Logan. He was like, next time I see you, you're getting it. Something like that. And I've ended up seeing this guy in Asda. I was in getting my mum a Mother's Day card. So like the pure most innocent reason in the world. And I don't know if you knew me back then, but I used to cut about with like 3 different Asda bags to training. I used to cut about with all my training gear and just as like bag for lives. So I had 3 bags for life, and I was with my mate, and I've passed this boy, and he's just went, oh. And I went, I've seen him, and I've been like, right, we need to go get him. And Sean was like, I'm not, what do you mean? I was like, come with me. And we've went up the escalators, and I've pure followed this guy, and I've gave him all my bags. I've gave Sean all my bags, and I was like, right, wait here. And I've ran and found this guy, and I was like, you want to come here? And he's obviously no thought I was going to come after him. He was like, what? I was like, let's go outside, we'll just sort this. And he was like, what? Started getting heavy raging, and he was with this like older woman, and then he's backed up and he's trying to cause a scene so that nothing could happen. And he was like, you're not doing this in front of my gran and all that. And I was like, she looks about 45, what are you talking about? And he was like, you're not doing this in front of my gran. And I was like, just come outside, stop making a scene. And I've got pure awkward, and I've ran away. And I felt like a pure shite bag for doing it. So I was like, I've ran back and I found him again. I was like, mate, please come outside.
Please, for a guy
please come outside.
Okay,
and he was like, mate, and he's trying to get pure like up, like he's trying to get in my face. Literally, as soon as he's got in my face, I've just went, cracked him as hard as I possibly could. It's the heaviest I've ever landed in MD in my life. It was in that he's literally fell into, like, we were in the jam aisle and there was a packet of Palm Bears. I'll never forget. He's fell into a packet of Palm Bears, but I've hit him so hard, and I think the adrenaline's been like, and he's fell in slow motion. I've hit him and he's fell in slow motion, and then he's got back up and he's trying to like sound intimidating. He's trying to like growl at me or something like that. I don't know what he was doing, but he's went, ooh. I just went, I've got a fright, and his gran's came over. I've done this in front of the kid's gran. His gran's ran over. He's been like, right, that's enough, he's had enough. And I was, oh. And then I've ran away, grabbed my bags, ran away, and literally my dad's house was like 2 minutes up the road. I've ran to my dad's house. I've been like, I've got him. He was like, who have you got? I was like, Johnny, I've got Johnny. He was like, yes, give me the biggest high five, man. And Lynn, your mum, was like, I can't, what are you talking about? Was absolutely like mortified at what just happened. My mate Sean had just been dragged through all this. He was like, what the fuck's going on? My dad was like, right, I'll give you a lift up the road. Well done, son. And I remember Red Wine came on by UB40. Me and my dad just started jamming to Red Wine. And Sean was... I'm just getting something to you, darling. Really, boys. Fuck yeah. Sean was in the back. I can't... Like, he was just sat like that the full time. Just pure staring at us. We've dropped Sean off, and he was like, you're the best, son. He's dropped me off. I've gave my dad a hug, and I've went to bed just absolutely buzzing, man. So that's one of my best stories ever.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Tell a lie, there was actually a wee bit extra to it. His girlfriend had texted me the next day, and he was like, did you hit my boyfriend? And I was like, no. And he was like, I know you hit my boyfriend. And I was like, well, how do you know? He was like, because he's got teeth marks in the outside of his face. And I was like, what does that even mean? And I was like, I've hit him so hard, there's been teeth marks imprinted in the side of the guy's cheek. So there's literally been like 2 teeth marks all like that in like the shape of a bruise. I was like, I've never even heard of that, but that's
impressive.
Can you send me that picture, please, Hen?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's tremendous.
I know. It's also the first week I'd started going out with Hannah. So the first ever like week I started going out with my missus, that had happened.
Okay, man. That's a beauty.
I've got one more.
Right, give me it.
And it was, I'm trying to think, I must have been about 15 probably, so this wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
And I was cutting weight for one of my grappling comps, but this grappling comp I actually had to do like a wee bit of water weight to make weight for it.
Actual weight.
So I think it was like a Friday night and the comp was on the Saturday morning. And I ended up like, I was in the bath cutting weight, and a lot of like, there's a lot of boys from like my area who were quite mad at the time, and they were all at some sort of party or something, and they ended up getting really drunk. And there was this one boy who actually stayed like quite close to me at the time, and had a wee sister who was like, his wee sister must, like, she's a lot younger than me, she must have been in like primary 4 or primary 5. And anyways, I've been in the bath, and I've jumped out of the bath to like towel dry and just sit there for a bit, and I had like hundreds of missed calls, and he phoned me again, I answered, and it was just like, did you call my wee sister a fucking idiot or something? Like, just so daft, right? And I was like, no, I never called your wee sister a fucking idiot, what are you talking about? And it was like, you're fucking getting dude and all this like just abuse, and I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, shut up, mate, like, this is a load of, and he was just adamant that he was whatever, trying to fight me or whatever. I think he was just drunk and he was trying to make a point of it. So I was like, nah. So I told my dad. My dad's like, we'll get him after the comp. So, but I think because I was cutting weight, do you know that way where you're just angry? So I think we were arguing on the phone, and I've just been like cutting weight. So I'm like, do you know what? You're getting it. I'll come meet you tomorrow. And he's been like, right, sound, we'll right. He was like, why don't you come meet there now? And I was like, I'm cutting weight for a comp. I can't fucking leave, or I would have went and murdered him. And so I've ended up winning double gold at this comp, and I phoned him, and I've been like, where are you? And he's like, you can't come up, my mum's in. I was like, no, I'm coming to get you. And so I think he's been mad with it, and he's woke up, forgot about this, and then he's went, oh shit. So I was like, right, let's go. So I've just went to his house. And but before it, I've been like, come outside, so if your mum's in, I don't want to bother her, like, come outside and we'll sort this. And he's not coming outside or anything, so I've just knocked his door. And he's came to the door and opened it, and he's seen me, and I was like, Mon, let's go. And he's like, no, I was like, Mon, let's go. And he's went to come out, and I've just blasted him right through so he's went like, as he's coming out the doorway, both he's went flying back into his house, and then he's like, went to shout his mum, he's went to grab something, and then he's like, I was like, fucking get outside your shite bag. He's like, don't come in my house. And then he's ended up coming outside, and we've ended up going for it. But what's happened is, like, I've hit him again, and he's fell into me and like headbutted me in the face. So I ended up busting my nose, and I'm going to murder him. So I've like grabbed him, I've got a body lock, took his back, and I've picked him up, and there's been some scaffolding. And I've picked him up about to suplex him, and he's grabbed the scaffolding. He's went, no, my arm, leave me, mom. And I've pulled him off the scaffolding and suplexed him. and then I've put him in a arm triangle. Blood's been pouring out my nose because I'm squeezing that hard that all the blood's coming out. And I'll be like, say sorry, I'm going to choke you unconscious. I'm not saying sorry. I was like, say sorry, I'm going to choke you unconscious. And he's went to sleep, and then I've let go a wee bit, and he woke back up, and he's like, I'm sorry. I just stood up, pulled him up, and I was like, right, away you go. Just put him back in his house and close the door.
Oh, brilliant. 2 medals on as well.
I double gold that day.
Were you wearing them as you blasted them?
No.
That'd have been brilliant. He opened up the door and there's a guy standing with 2 medals.
Aye.
Was your dad there as well?
My dad was in the car.
Man.
He was in the car watching it in the wing mirror. Jumped in the motor, dapped him up, and just went to him.
Aye. Brilliant.
I lives for that stuff.
Aye.
I'm sure he used to try start fights when we were younger. Just so he could try.
Sean's brilliant, man.
Mind the time on holiday.
Aye, I know.
With the Russians.
There was.
He ended up getting in a fight. So we were all on holiday. We went to Turkey, and it was like this like brand new resort that my mum had got. It was like a pure belter of a deal. And it was all the family, and my dad was like, right, we'll take the boys out. I was only like 10 maybe. Sean, what age were you, like 14?
Aye, 14 I was.
And Logan would have been 13. And we ended up meeting these, like, you know, like when you're on like the holiday, you meet like other families and stuff like that. We ended up meeting this group of like Polish bodybuilders. They were just mental. And my dad, we were all ended up having drinks with them or whatever, and we were all sitting there. And my dad could actually speak a bit of Polish, and I think they've ended up talking about fighting or something.
Yeah.
Or like something to do with like, and I think the guys basically said that he could beat my dad in a fight, and I was like, nah. let's fight. I can't even remember. Do you remember the story?
It wasn't Dad was actually trying to de-escalate it. It was the other guy that had stood up and he was like pure trying to call him on and stuff like that.
Your dad's like, fuck it.
Dad
Like,
double
He
legged
was
him.
like sound. Because he's obviously in front of us and stuff like that. I think the guys like pushed him. And then Dad's been like, right, sound. And then he's got up, double-legged him, and then just choked him. Just right next to the front desk.
brilliant.
Yeah, he's
Pick up your luggage. The guy's lying there unconscious. Absolutely tremendous. Love these stories.
He actually did pick a fight with me once in Spain. Not me personally, but he like called me over because he was arguing with this 18-year-old. I was 12. I was 12. I was 12. This guy was 18. He was talking to this guy. He was talking about how boxing didn't work. And because this guy was a boxer, and he was like, right, go with my son then. And I've ended up having to fight with this 18-year-old. And again, I've double-legged him because I was like, I'm not wanting, this guy's massive. I've double-legged him and then choked him. And then my dad's jumped up and he was like, see if you were the two last people on earth fighting the last ham sandwich, he'd be eating a ham sandwich out of your dead body. And he's 12 years old. He used to just pick fights.
Street justice, I like it.
I know.
Right, second question comes for Alan. If you were both called up to the UFC right now and asked to pick an opponent for your debut, do you have anyone in mind?
It'd have to be Neil Magny, wouldn't it? It'd have to be Neil Magny. Aye.
Do you stop him?
Aye.
What's the thoughts behind that? Just he's a good sort of...
He's like probably the most gatekeeper in the UFC, and he just so happens to be in my weight class. So I feel like it would be just perfect, to be honest.
Smash him, get in the
I think
top
I've got
15.
like, I just know exactly what I'd do to him as well, because there's so many things that like, there's so many things that people have capitalised on him in fights even like 10 years ago, and people are still doing to this day, and he's just not fixed. So I think it'd be a great
First fight.
Yeah, I think that'd be perfect.
I'd be interested in that. You going for?
I'm trying to think. I'd probably fight John Silver. I'd batter him, mate. I'd be a good fight, mate. That's good,
I
mate.
suppose using the weight class, using the same weight
Featherweight, I'm
class.
trying.
Do you want me to bring the rankings up and see if there's anyone?
Somebody else that tickles your pickle?
There's a top 15 with featherweights.
Featherweight, who?
What about a wee Patricio?
He's a tiny little man.
Yeah, the wee man. He'd get it.
So we'll go
No,
Jean.
I like Silver. I like that fight.
Aye.
That's a cool fight.
I'm
Right
trying-
in the top 10 for you.
Aye.
Who's even at featherweight?
Who's the champion now, Volk?
Okay.
I'd probably batter Volk.
Love it. Strike them, just keep them at distance and just pick them apart.
Jab.
Shoots a flying name.
Gaffer asks, create your perfect fighter with each of the following attributes.
I've been pure waiting for somebody to ask me this question.
Right, go for it.
You'll have you go first, because
You go,
No,
you
you
go.
go first.
No, you go, and
Makes
then I'll
sense, no
steal for
stresses.
your idea.
right. Striking would have to. Is this like we'll just deal at people in the UFC right now? Yeah.
Is it past and present?
No, do whatever.
They
Well,
whatever.
So you could do even like past, like so you could do people
Right,
like in their prime.
just go the night.
now.
Just
Right,
do it now.
okay. Right, okay. Striking, I would probably have to go for either Pereira or Ilya. I'd say Ilya. I'll go Ilya. Fight IQ, Mighty Mouse. I've just completely avoided the modern thing. We'll go everybody. Striking, I'll go Ilya. Fighting, we'll go Mighty Mouse. Wrestling, Khabib. BJJ, Damian Maia. Chin, Max Holloway.
That's a good one. Who would you go?
I'm stuck now. I think Ilya for striking, probably. Fight IQ. Who would I say fight IQ? This is hard.
Right, we'll come back to that. Go to wrestling.
Probably Marab. Just
Really?
that.
It's a good
Fair
one.
enough, eh?
BJJ.
Not for that.
Oh, you've just ruined
I've
it.
just threw one in there.
Aye.
You could go. You could go
has
him
to
for wrestling as well. Is wrestling
You
is
can
good.
pick two then.
I'm saying you could go for the same guy in both of them. Who would you go BJJ? Who's the greatest right now in BJJ? She got a great ass.
I'm trying to go through my head and think of like everyone in all the divisions.
What about Ryan Hall still there?
Nah,
No.
Do you think?
I always thought his BJJ was beautiful.
it doesn't really translate to
Mixed martial
MMA
arts.
though, does it?
You're absolutely panelled.
You get knocked unconscious by
Probably Charles Oliveira.
That's a really good shout.
Aye, that is a really good shout.
Chin. Chito Vera.
Cheeto, man, aye.
Always a great shout.
Aye. And then obviously cardio has to be a man. Aye.
Who's fight IQ and who's striking?
Fight IQ.
That's the boy now. What about your man?
John Jones.
Yeah.
Aye.
He always finds a way to dismantle somebody.
Would you put him in for striking as well? I always liked his striking because it was like
different.
him and Anderson Silva were like two of the like these. They were doing things that people weren't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creative.
What I like about John Jones is I feel like he just
Excuse me.
he throws what he sees. He doesn't have a game plan. He just
He's not like,
wants to
I'm gonna-
hurt that
I've been
person.
wanting a double jab cross. That's what I'm looking for this
Yeah.
fight. He's like, fuck your double jab.
Can
You're
he
just
do that
getting
in a
doed.
Pod this deep.
Can he do that in a fight?
I always looked up to Anderson Silva to be fair growing up. I was striking was sick. I liked the Israel's. Israel understanding it. See, like back in the day, that was
I think he would be a better shout for striking than Pereira because he was winning every single one of the fights. Like he got robbed arguably in the first fight that they had in kickboxing, and then was winning till he got knocked out, and then in their rematch in the UFC was winning again till he got knocked out.
And I think that's to do with size rather than skill.
Would you put striking as in technique and then have like power?
Let's throw power in it.
Yeah.
Because then you could just put like Pereira there because he's got that death touch.
But would you not take a heavyweight like somebody like Tom Aspinall?
I'd take like Ngannou or something.
Aye.
I suppose. Aye.
Yeah.
That's
What about like someone who's smaller but they've still got the power, like a Josh Emmett? Like,
Yeah,
see, the thing is, he's so
Warrior.
somebody like him. He's obviously got power, but he also throws from his ankles. So it's hard to like tell. Like, you get people like Pereira who are just step in and are just like,
it's crisp, innit?
yeah, just like
Aye, I know what you're
Just
saying. Rather
literally
than,
thrown for there.
rather than like your boys stay to welterweights at the weekend, the ginger guys, they were just swinging for like.
Who's the wee bantamweight Japanese kid? Is he Japanese or Korean?
Kai Asakura. Oh no, he's
actually
flyweight
great
and moved
shout
up
as
to bantamweight.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else. He's
Song Yadong.
Song Yadong. I think it is Song Yadong. He's just a wee tank. He's got a lot of power. He's probably the most powerful person at bantamweight. That's also a really good shout for power.
Some fighter, but
You want to give it a go?
I don't know enough fighters.
That's dog shit.
Striking, I probably would go Adesanya. Ring IQ, I'd go Kyle Barallo. I know he's just lost, but I think his actual IQ for fight. Wrestling, I'd go Marab, BJJ, Mackenzie Dern. She's got a great ass. Chin, I'm going to go. If I'm picking anybody for chin, it's probably going to be a heavyweight because I think they're taking me. I think like somebody like 𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧. Like I know he
I was thinking him.
Aye, but he's like, see when he's actually obviously he's going to fall when you're absolutely pinging him in the face.
He's taking big shots.
But he's taking big shots and he's been taking them consistently for years. So I'm going to go somebody like, I know, but he's
been
fighting.
KO'd now, so it's
He's been fighting against weird guys, and right, they're no. But if you're fighting against somebody like the Black Beast and he's no knocking you, or you're like, I'm thinking about Mark Hunt now. Like how many times did you see Mark Hunt take shots that would have took down a buffalo, and then he just stood and took it? So I'm going to go Tai 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗧. Cardio, I'm going to go the Ridder, and I got you there, boys. Cardio has to be Marab again in power. Did I say power? Power, I'm going to go Tom Aspinall. Just
Aye.
makes sense.
I think he's devastating with his connection.
I think Ilya for power would probably be one of my.
Ilya for
Ilya
powers.
for power would be
Aye,
a tremendous shout.
boom.
I'll throw one more in. I've just forgot about there. Throw that in. One for each cheese.
Speed.
Yaya Rodriguez. Is a
Oh,
big
yeah,
shout for
he's
that.
good, man.
But also Tom Aspinall, like pound for pound.
Yeah, for
He's
the
fast
actual,
as
for the
well.
actual
Man.
sizing.
Rapid.
I'm just trying to see Meji and pick ones that nobody would think of.
Speed's a difficult one. What about somebody like John Silver? Gene
Yeah,
Silver.
he's rapid.
He is
quick.
very fast.
He's very quick. Good wee fighter we've got.
Kaya
there.
Sakura is also probably a really good shout for speed. He's just wiry and just.
Aye, see for BJJ, you could probably put in there Sean Brady. His
That's a
BJJ
really
the
good
nows,
shout as
his
well,
BJJ the nows is incredible for somebody that's right now. The pressure he's producing,
Yeah.
brilliant.
He's got the same, apparently, like the same, what's it called? Like body composition is like a running back.
Is
The
he?
NFL, yeah.
He's so thick, man. His back's massive.
He's a welterweight though, which is wild.
Is that us done?
I think that's us.
That was a fun wee podcast story. Fucking hilarious, man. Love me some Sean Senior.
He's up to anything at the weekend? Anyone?
Is that why they call him Sean Cena? Because it sounds
Sean
like
Cena.
Sean Senior.
Just Sean
That's
Cena.
hilarious.
So they call Sean's dad. Sean's dad's also called Sean, but he's Sean Cena because that's Sean Junior. He's Sean Senior.
Because he wears that tank top and all, man.
He constantly doing this.
Son's just doing something, he jumps over the top.
This weekend, I don't think I've got anything planned. Oh, I'm going to go-karting with my daughter. It's my daughter's birthday, so I'm going to go-karting.
That'll be good.
Aye, it's fun. She's 10, she'll be 11, so we're going to have a wee bit of fun with that.
Are you going to be intoxicated for this?
For the go-karting?
Aye.
You know what?
Idea receipt.
There we go.
If the people in the place ask me, no.
Road rage just gets out and smashes.
We'll find out. We'll find out next week.
Where are you going,
we've also-
electric?
No, the petrol ones. The one we've also got this weekend. The show is at a reasonable time. Remember, so Saturday, I think it's 7 o'clock. The main card starts at, so it's at a reasonable time. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to go and bleep that where I'm going. I'm going to go out on Saturday and watch the fights. What about you? Who's going to watch it live?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'll
Yeah,
probably watch it as well, man.
Cut up and watch
I
it.
think
before
I've got
Christmas.
it. Don't think I have it.
Come right to where I'm going. You can hang about with me.
I sorted.
We'll just get a couple of. I'll get a couple of beers. I'll drink your beers. On that note, guys, enjoy your weekend. Craig's running 18k on Saturday morning, and we'll see you all next week. Keep it high.